That's already in place. If you're going to give instructions and guidance to folks, you should be like, oh, no.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. A few announcements. The first announcement is for those that are overnight in the bunk rooms. We ask that you take notice of the safety precautions that should be posted in each bunk room. So just take a few moments if you're overnight to read those precautions. Session duties will be, and session officers will be as follows. Tenzo will be Doan Sensei. Wake up bell will be Kosho. Jikido will be combined with the monitor's position. In the AM on Friday and Saturday will be Ariu, will be joining us later. PM on Friday will be Fuzen, a show if you understand. And PM on Saturday will be Jigen, who will be joining us later. Indoor Kinhin lead will be Gokyo, myself. Work lead will be Jukai. Trash lead will be Chujin, who will be joining us later. Coffee lead, Bujo. Dokusan Jisha, Unkin. And overnight monitor, Kosho. Liturgy positions. Liturgy lead on Friday will be Soan, and on Saturday will be Setcho. They will both be joining us later. Ino will be Bujo. Instruments, Kensei. Liturgy Jisha will be a combination of Shindo and Ariu. Densho will be Yucho, also joining us later. Makugyo, Fukyo. Altar Usher will be Jinyo. And you will also be Oryoki drummer. Head sweeper will be Isan. Thank you, Isan. And head Oryoki usher and head server will be Koju and Ryushi, who will be joining us later. I'll now read the precautions on entering silence. Precautions on entering silence. Avoid social greetings. When two people come to a door, there is no need to gesture them through. One flows through, the other follows. Avoid talking unless absolutely necessary, and even then, be brief and quiet. Sesshin is a time for heart-mind of Zazen to penetrate all of our activities. In addition to that, we ask if you do have conversation that it is behind a closed door, please. Keep custody of your eyes. Stay in your practice. And refrain from using all electronic devices. Stay present to what is happening here and now. Let the schedule hold you in your practice. Rest when it is time to rest. Rise when it's time to rise. Sit when it's time to sit. And walk when it's time to walk. Remember that kinhin is an important part of our practice. It is not rest practice. If you need to catch a quick drink or use the restroom, please do so, but then return to your practice. When the Han calls you to the zendo, be in your seat in Zazen by the time it's finished. If you leave or have any medical needs that will pull you from the schedule, inform the tantos. Be sure to inform the tanto if you're experiencing any physical or mental distress. If you're physically unable to get up from your seat or need something during a meditation period, please raise your hand and the monitor will attend to you. Direct questions to the monitor or the tantos during the retreat. We have stopped using assigned seating in the zendo. Please take the seat closest to the ryoban, the center aisle and closest to the altar. Fill in any empty seats in this matter during liturgy. For Oryoki, all tray table seating will be against the wall. So if you are going to be sitting in a chair with a tray, you want to sit against the wall. And understand that you may take a seat during getting ready for Oryoki, but an usher may move you as needed. We are going to be using our new system of passing, so it requires people to be seated in groups with no gaps. All training conversations outside the regular zendo training should take place in a room with the door closed. In preparation for noon and evening liturgy, please remove all cushions, chairs, and benches to the back of the zendo. They are not needed for liturgy as there is no sitting. This is one exception to that is dawn liturgy, the first liturgy of the day, because we will do the daily home liturgy, which will require you to sit. The tanto will not say prepare for liturgy, prepare for Oryoki. So when the densho rings, you'll need to prepare for liturgy as stated above, and then when the liturgy concludes, you'll immediately prepare for Oryoki. We now prepare for Oryoki after the final liturgy bell has rung. Please follow the processional to immediately gather your bowls from the Oryoki shelves and return them to your seat. We do this in a way where the front Roshi will lead us out, and we will kind of feather in to a kind of a lineup, and we will break out at the end and then select our Oryoki bowls from the shelves and return them to our seat. If you have a job or you need to use the restroom, please do so, but return to your seat and stay in your practice. This is not a time to linger in the lobby. The servers and those preparing the food need the space. Servers should check the whiteboard for meal assignments. We've begun passing at each meal, however, there's still a need for those to clean up the kitchen, so there's still work to be done. If you are assigned a job, please don't linger in the bunk room or the restroom. Report to the kitchen as needed, and return to the kitchen after the meal is over for any corrections from the head server. Kitchen cleanup assignments have been given before session begins, and again, as this repeats, written on the whiteboard. So make sure after each meal that you check to see if your name is on that list and that you're part of the cleanup crew. The temperature in the zendo will be maintained by the tantos at the instruction of the reverends. So please don't touch the thermostat or the windows. They'll give us instruction to make that change as needed. The liturgy lead will ensure that liturgy runs smoothly. I think I mentioned that the liturgy leads for this session are Soan, and Satcho. They will offer gentle correction to the liturgy team during liturgy training in the Samu period as well. Upon initial arrival, please fall into the schedule. Find your name next to the, I don't know why they have that on there because we're no longer assigning seats, so that's not accurate. Basically, if you arrive after we've begun, just find the seat closest to the next person, closest to the Ryoban, and take a seat. We aim for Thursday setup. We've already done that, to be completed by 8. If you have any medical concerns for any reasons, are experiencing unusual physical or emotional distress, inform the Tanto or Zendo monitor immediately. And together, we hope that these will help our practice deepen. And that is all the precautions. A long list.
So, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming here and practicing. Yeah, sit comfortably so we can see each other. It's fine. So there's a lot of details, it sounds like, and there are, and don't worry about them. They'll become apparent as they arise, and if they don't worry about it. Just look to others who seem like they know what they're doing and follow along. The most important point is not to try to get everything right, but to deeply engage, to deeply throw yourself into your practice. This Ango has been focused on celebrating women and women's accomplishments in the Dharma. And it seems that it's been many lifetimes since the Ango opening ceremony. And there has been so much joy and sorrow, so much teaching and practice, calamities in the world, calamities for us personally, as well as successes and joys. It's the whole thing. And right now, there are billions of Homo sapiens scurrying around doing what they always do. And of all of those folks who have ever been birthed or will ever be birthed, and all those who are alive right now, you are here. This is no small thing. So for just this little while, please allow the world to continue doing what it does. Allow the sun to continue to combust, and the moon to continue to orbit the earth, and the tides to continue to rise and fall, and the temperatures to increase and decrease, and the wars to unfold, and the interest rates to rise. Let it all just go ahead and be itself. But for us, allow yourself to become no one in particular. Please be no one special. Simply throw yourself into the practice and trust. Trust the schedule. There's deep wisdom built into the schedule. Trust it. Trust the practice. This is not some Johnny-come-lately branded scheme. This is thousands of years old Dharma intelligence, at least. Trust it. Trust the seniors. Trust the teachers. But above all, trust yourself. Trust yourself and let go. In this way, we are able to come to an intimacy with our life, the life of the world, the life and death of the universe itself. It's right here. It's always been right here, right where you are. But now is the time for us to connect with it, realize it, and actualize it. Let's dig in.
Beings are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. The Buddha way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Beings are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. The Buddha way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Beings are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. The Buddha way is unsurpassable.